All right, so this whole thing is about the time when I found the biggest, scariest looking guy in the whole room and became his friend. Okay, so before we really get into it, I just got to geek out a little backstory. So I am a manager in training at a certain bar, sports bar, kind of club, kind of place. It's real popular where girls kind of be, showing their tatas. It's not Hooters. It's the other one. Yeah, it's that one. They wear plaid, you know what I'm talking about? They have lingerie nights. So basically, on lingerie and UFC nights, which are Fridays and Saturdays, they hire security. They hire security. Um, Lingerie night, there was no fucking security, actually. They actually told me that I was going to have to be the one to kick people out and fight people. And I'm just like, raggy? Like, gee, it is my third week. Y'all telling me I already got to fight people? It's not what I signed up for, but I mean, okay. I mean, I do like a good tussle here and there, but whatever. Anyways, anyways, UFC night happens. We actually have security. I'm walking around. I see this big, burly ass. It's like if T Grizzly fought T Grizzly, took his power, and then went to the gym for fucking 10 years. That's who I seen. Big, burly ass black dude, long ass dreads. First thing I said to him, I walk up, I say, damn, you some security looking security. He looked like he was taken aback. He was like, all right, what the fuck this little nigga just say to me? It was crazy. So I'm over there. I'm just chilling with like, all the girls, like, talking to them because, I'm still kind of new here trying to get, to know everybody. All of a sudden, the fuck is, oh my bad. I thought I saw a fucking bug. I don't even got bugs in my room. That shit's crazy. All right. Anyways, I'm just over there chopping it up with all the damn girls. And then I see him. I'm just like, let me try talking to this dude. Because at the end of the day, I mean, he's a big ass, intimidating looking ass motherfucker. But end of the day, I was taught to not be scared of nobody. Don't let anybody bitch you. Talk to people regardless. So I'm not scared to talk to him. I'm like, hey man, how long you been working here? He's like, a little bit over a year. I'm like, oh, okay. I started asking him, like, what he does and all this. Comes to find out, this dude's a damn trucker. I'm like, oh, cool as fuck. He says that, he's been trucking for the last few months. He just started. And that he just recently came back here. And I'm like, all right, that's cool as fuck. I mean, they was telling me that, it kind of gets crazy. I mean, you ever have to fight anybody or kick anybody out? He says, look, man, it's just a bunch of white people in here getting drunk. Nothing crazy really ever happens. I've never had to actually fight people. Once they blew me out, I mean, I have to kick somebody out, but I don't think you had nothing to really worry about. Are you security too? I'm like, I mean, I'm not security, but they basically got me up here like I'm security. So far, chill ass conversation. All of a sudden, we just kind of like stop talking for a second. Because I'm like, all right, let me get this dude to space. Let me just, go back to what I was doing. Manager guy comes up. I guess he's one of the new managers as well, but he's like actually out of training. He comes up trying to talk to dude, talking about something. Hey man, I'm gonna get you to smile because let me say something. Dude is just there, stoic face the entire time. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna get you to smile. I'm gonna get you to laugh. Dude's just like, it's really not that hard. So he starts trying to say like, like some fucking dumb shit to him. And dude's just there like, his face is just like, nigga, if we weren't at work, I'd slap the shit out of you. It was like that kind of face. Like, nigga, like, all you gotta do is talk regular to him. So I'm just like, all right. After dude walked away, I started chopping up with him. I started asking, like, what his ambitions is, all that shit. I was to find out this dude does real estate. I'm like, oh, shit, you do real estate? He's like, yeah, He's like, yeah, this is one of his side hustles. Now, me. I'm a person that's all about money, all about side hustles, all about doing shit to, progress yourself. No matter what it is, that's what I like to do. If y'all know that, that is my main thing. I'm big on self-improvement. So I'm just talking to him. He starts spitting game. He just starts telling me about, like, his dream is to like get a fucking 4-flat, like a 4-level apartment. He don't got to work again. He's trying to currently he's making like $10K a month type shit. Like he got some shit figured out. He barely does this. Like this is like one of his lower side hustles basically. I'm like, damn, bro. That's what I'm trying to get into because eventually I'm trying to get into real estate and stuff, but that shit costs so much money that I'm trying to save. My goodness. Anyways, I'm just talking to him. He starts chopping it up, right? We start chopping up with each other. So I asked him, like, how did you get into, like, security? He just basically told me, like, once he turned, basically asked him how he got into security. He basically told me, like, when he was younger, he was bigger than most people. He said when he was 10 years old, he basically was a grown man. This man told me a story about, and, I'm sure everybody's kind of had a story like this. His dad trying to sit on him. He was 10 years old. He says he don't know what happens. He said his dad was like a 300-pound dude. Big dude, like 6'4". He said all of a sudden, he said he just like pushed up and threw his ass off. And ever since then, he was like the man of the house. I'm like, that's actually hard as fuck. Like, I mean, I did that to my dad and my uncles and shit when I was like 12, but they was way smaller than fucking 6'4". Like, if y'all know, I'm only 5'7". Like, I'm a big, confident ass dude, strong as fuck, but I'm 5'7". Like, I never let that shit hold me back. But still, I'm just like, damn, that's actually kind of impressive. That's just kind of fucking G. Anyways, dude starts fucking talking about all the shit that he did. He was just like, yeah, man, back then I kind of had like a couple screws loose. I'm like, ah, shit. What you mean you had a couple screws loose? He's just telling me that he had like an anger problem, shit, started like, venting. I ain't gonna say his name or nothing because, 2 reasons. First of all, I'm like, I'm gonna give him that respect that, he already told me he don't really do social media like that. Second of all, if you see this video and I say his name, he might just try to fucking beat my ass, and I don't got time for that. That, like I said, that's a big burly dude. I ain't scared to fight nobody, but that nigga would probably kill me. Anyways, he just like, telling me about like, all this stuff about how he got into everything. He says that he never really lifted weights. He says when he was 15 years old, I guess he fucking benched like, 245. He just threw that shit up. And ever since then, he basically like, he never really tried again. I said, damn. He tells me that his family has a gym. Every blue moon who'll go in there, go to like fucking 300, push that shit up like it's nothing. I'm like, okay. This motherfucker's athletic as fuck. He told me that in football, this man told me that in high school, they tried to get him to start out for the football team. On top of that, they did not believe that he was a kid at first. They thought he was an adult. They was like, ain't no way you a freshman. You got to be lying. And he's just like, bro, why would I be trying to go to kid classes as a grown-ass man? And I'm just like, damn, you right. You right as fuck. Like, out of all things you could do, out of all things that I could do with a fake kid's ID, you want me to go to class? Just other things you could do. More devious shit that we're not going to get into, but there's other things that you could do with that. This man said after they basically figured it out, football coach saw him, took one look at him, was like, yo, we need you on the team. He said, all right. Because like I said, he had a little bit of an anger issue. He said, all right, can I hit people? They said, yeah, you can hit people. He was like, okay. This man said that one of the first tryouts, he said he didn't really know too much about sports, nothing like that. He just said, like, he just know that he had to run through something. They told him that he had to run through this line or whatever. He was like, all right, I'll do it. I guess dude was coming up. I guess this motherfucker picked him up by his back and like threw him. And then fucking the coaches was like, hey, that ain't what we do. At this point, I'm just like, damn. I'm thinking, all right, this nigga already look like he's strong as fuck. But if you tell him this nigga's strong as shit. Then he fucking demonstrated. He was like, yeah, man, I just grabbed my whole back like that. This nigga got a chunk of my back in his hand. I'm just like, all right, bro, like, G shit. Like, again, like, I ain't no bitch. So I'm like, I'm gonna push them back a little bit. Like, damn, bro, that's funny as fuck. Trying to just basically let them know, hey, man, that's cool as fuck. But like, we ain't on that. At the end of the day, it didn't matter. And like if he wanted to pick me up by my dreads and probably toss me, he probably could. So he gave me that respect to not do that again, which I fuck with. But nah, he was a cool ass dude, bro. Just met him last night. Cool ass dude, bro. Yeah, we just started talking about it. He said that, apparently he had the chance to go D1, but he played football in high school, but he didn't really want to do anything with it. He just kept saying he was like petty as fuck. He wasn't really, if somebody tried to get him to do something and he really didn't want to do it, he wouldn't try. So I guess after a while, he kind of left football in fucking college. I guess he was like, this man said that he was 6'1", he was 6'1" as a freshman, got up to 6'2", and was like 300 pounds in high school. So I can just imagine what this motherfucker looked like in college. He was just telling me that he was just throwing people around, all this and that. Just like, telling me all these crazy strength feats. As a kid, I guess, this man said he would like, to let out some anger. His parents let him go outside to the backyard. They had little trees in the back. I guess this man would just knock down like little ass trees. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, all right, that's some mythical fairy tale story type nigga shit. But all right, like, damn, you say you did that, I'm gonna give you that respect. I wouldn't put it past you, bro. I would not put that shit past you. Then he just starts telling me about, like, how sometimes people would try to fuck with him. He says that when he was a freshman in high school, this 5'0" dude, about 300 pounds, senior, came up to him basically trying to start stuff with him. I don't know if he says he doesn't know if it's just because, like, he was like, he said he doesn't know if it's because he was just a big guy. He doesn't really know why, but dude just started trying to fuck with him. And I guess he had his posse. He was like, hey man, we're not going to fight in school. So dude said, okay, so when you want to fight? He said, all right, meet me back here at this time. Because he told me this basically because he said that there's a lot of things that he could have gotten into where he really could have, messed up his life. Because, everybody has moments like that. I started telling him stories about me when I was younger. He started telling me about stories about him. Basically saying that there's a lot of moments because now he's more of a put together man. But he could have fucked up his life at some points. So this is just one of those stories. Sorry, little side note. So he basically was just telling me about how he met him behind school. He didn't really think it was going to be him and more guys. This was 4 other guys. And he was just like, hey, y'all really don't want to do this. Like, he's fucking Keanu Reeves. Like, I'm just like, whoa, that's 4 dudes. Like, I'm not no bitch. But 4 dudes, and you say you don't want to do this? To them? All right. This man tells me that, again, it was a 5'0" dude. Dude's big as fuck, 6'2". 6'2", 6'3". Big as fuck. He says that he picked this man up by his face. He demonstrated. He didn't touch my face. He demonstrated. He said he picked this man up by his face. Picked him up, threw him to the ground, and then curb stomped him. He said he broke all his teeth. That man was eating out of a straw for 3 months. Yeah, but I guess basically picked him up, threw him to the ground, curb stomped him. His teeth was fucked up. I guess he was drinking out of a straw. People the next day ask him in school, hey, do you know what happened to dude? He was like, basically saying he didn't give no fuck because he shouldn't have fucked with him. And I was like, I fuck with that. Like, I understand he shouldn't have been fucking with you. I told dude, that was a real fuck around and find out kind of moment. And he fucked around and found out. Look, but nah, I guess he said that dude didn't really tell on him. I guess he said dude didn't really tell on him. I guess he said he was either scared or he was the realest dude around because he didn't tell on him. If he would have told on him, that would have been an attempt murder charge. I guess at the hospital they were really asking him who did this to you, and he was like, I don't know, just some guy attacked me. Didn't tell on him. And it's kind of interesting because where he was raised at was a very, very well-known, popular suburb right outside Chicago. And if it was about 20 years ago, I will tell you, Chicago is very diverse. But the people around here are racist. Even in the suburbs, they're racist. Even in Chicago, actually, they're racist. They're racist people. So that's always been something that's kind of interesting to me. It's very diverse, but it's very racist. So that could have been why they were trying to fuck with him in the first place. Yeah, but basically, we just spent the night going through all these mythical ass strength feats that dude had. And I told him that back in the day, I used to box. He was telling me, oh yeah, man, I've been boxing for 10 years. He was like, showing me his jab and shit. I was showing him mine. I was like, all right, shit's kind of nice, Mine might have been a little bit better, but it didn't really matter. He's also like 3 times my fucking size. He probably would murk my ass. It does not matter. It was all that. Dude was cool as fuck. Chill ass dude. And it's crazy because, like I said earlier, the manager guy was like, oh, man, like, I'll make you smile. I'll make you laugh. He was saying some dumb shit. Bro, I had this dude cracking up the entire fucking night. We were at one point talking about the Mike Tyson and fucking Jake Paul fight. He, as well as me, thought that was the corniest shit that ever happened. But he also had an unpopular opinion, which I was like, that's interesting, because a lot of people don't think that, but it's kind of true. It said, look, Jake Paul is a real boxer. He may not be that great. He may not be ranked high at all, but he's still fighting boxers. And on top of that, he has been training for 4 years. And they're just like, think about it. Would somebody with no training be able to beat Jake Paul? No, they wouldn't. And they're like, look, the thing that sucks is that fight did go on Mike Tyson's record, but it was still a professional fight. Like, it was as crazy as it sounds, it was still a professional fight. And I'm just like, damn, You're right. You're right about that. It was a professional fight, and look, he like things like that. Basically, we were just chopping it up. Like I had this dude cracking the fuck up. I was actually pretty proud of myself. I said, yeah, because the other dude was because nobody else was really trying to talk to him. I don't know. I don't know if it's because they was like scared of dude. He was just a big guy, or if he was just a security. But nobody was really trying to talk to dude. And here I am, little ass dude talking to him. Like he a regular dude, which he is, just a regular chill ass guy. He's telling me about how he's trying to fucking like retire his mom, about how trucking can get lonely sometimes. He was telling me about it because I told him like it might be an avenue I might go down one day, just like to make some money for a few years. He said, yeah man, if you don't got no kids, that's something I would actually recommend to you. And I was like, yeah man, I got a baby. He was like, damn man, how old you is? I told him 23. He was like, yeah, I couldn't imagine doing that at 23. And I'm just like, look man, having a kid, it just makes you a better person. It gives you something to look forward to every day. And that's how I was telling him, gives you something to want to be better for every day, like because you got a little human now. Yeah, man. But we were just talking about stuff like that the whole night. But like I said, I think the best part is that I had him cracking up, smiling, laughing the whole night. Like I don't know, like I guess it got to a point where one of the managers, I guess, got kind of sick that let's just call him Kevin. Me and Kevin kept talking to the point where because there wasn't really much for us to do, like I said, so. I ended up getting sent home 3 hours early. Me and my other MIT. They were like, hey, y'all can just go home. We were supposed to go home at 1. We went home at 10. We were like, say less. But nah, it was cool as fuck. Like, dude did get his head. We was talking. I'm talking, he came over every 20 minutes trying to give me something to do when there wasn't shit to do. And I was just like, dude even said, hey, I think he's starting to get irritated. We're talking. I'm just like, I don't know, but more of the story is, bro, don't judge a book by its cover. There's some cool ass people out there. All you gotta do is talk to them. Like that's it, bro. Like I will say, dude, from stories he told me, was as intimidating as he looks. He was, but at the end of the day, he was a cool ass guy, chill as fuck, just a chill guy, trying to make some extra money on the side, while as a side hustle. Like that's all you gotta do is talk to people, bro. Cool ass dude, bro. And shit, I mean, maybe I'll make a part 2 to this, maybe not, probably won't. But there's more that we talked about all throughout the night, but I'm not gonna put all of our business, our entire conversation out there because we talked for 3 hours straight. There's a lot to unpack. But he was a chill ass guy, And yeah, afterwards he was like, hey bro, you cool as fuck. Hopefully I'll see you again. I said, yeah bro, you see me again, I'll see you again. Yeah, was chilling. Shit. But yeah, that's really it. Again, more of the story. Don't judge a book by its cover. There's some cool ass people out there. Peace.